Welcome to the channel Professor Davinci. Data visualization. Last video we have discussed about the data sources, types of data, all those things. And also we have learned how data is collected and how we can interpret the data by asking several questions. We have also seen the enormous volume of data that gets generated from different sources. In this chapter, in this video, we will see how we can visualize the data and then make it more comprehensible. Okay. Now, before going to the importance of a data visualization, let us assume this one data set. So it has some date, the price in USD, total sold, small avocados, large avocado, large, extra large avocado. So this is just a small sales data of a avocado, right? So this we have only 14 entries. If you have thousands of entries, then visualizing this one, I mean just seeing the raw data set is pretty weird that always I look at the numbers and the figures and some decimal number, floating point, some dates, some text. I would be seeing this one. So in this case, I may not get the real essence of patterns, or I cannot able to analyze what is happening background on the sea. Okay. So we need to go to deeper. What is the importance of a data visualization? Think of a flat table recording the daily attendance of your class. Okay, so you have passed 3 years worth of history of data. Suppose I'm just keeping in mind that I'm the professor of computer science and I'm just collecting, I'm recording the class attendance. So I have the past 3 years of attendance. Okay, from this you want to figure out which month have the highest attendance. It will be tough to find out. Okay, so in this 3 years of record, which month I have the highest record, it's very difficult to find out from the flat table. This is this from in or flat database or data set, we can say. This is where visualization of a data comes into the picture. If this data were plotted in a bar graph, it would be better, easier for us to understand and explain others. Data visualization is the mechanism of representing a raw data in the form of graphical representation that allows the user to explore the data and uncover quick insights. With so much information around us, it is challenging to view the data and derive insights from it. Representing the data through visualization like a graph, chart, maps, etc. gives us a visual context of a data. For example, if I want to plot the graph of this one or visualize, so there are many approaches of that. For example, I can go for this one. For example, I can go say this is one of the data visualization. So what are the actually this data is not relevant to this data set. This for example, this is one data set. So if we have another kind of data set, it would be better to have the visualization like this. So this is the data visualization. As from enormous text of or integers of data set, just we can able to visualize those things country wise, region wise. There's a region wise we can, for example, it would be better to draw region wise, or we can plot as this is called a scorecard or the progress, or we can see a horizontal bar like this. So these are different small types of data visualization. Okay, this is the waveform like this, spike, pie chart. So many ways are there to represent the data. So from this one, data visualization allows to recognize the trend, a pattern, and outliner from seamlessly meaningless records of a data set. Okay, this is a one kind of, like that there are many different kinds of a data set I can able to visualize. This is a one set type, this is another type of data set, I mean another type of a visualization. I erase this one. So this is another type of data visualization. This is like a plotting the graphs, bar graph or a dotted or a bubble graph, spider web graph. So there are many ways to represent the data. So this approach enables viewer, mostly the business analysts and the company executives, to determine which area need to be changed, which factors determine the customer satisfaction and customer dissatisfaction. Visualize the data gives a more precise and prediction of revenue, volume, and potential development for customers, company owners, and decision makers. Okay, right? So just let us go forward with some real life uses of data visualization. So first, the real life use of data visualization is I type from here. The first one, I reduce the size is control. Okay, the first one is the tracking. The first one is a tracking. So in real life, we go for visualization for tracking. For tracking meaning, suppose for example, if you take the students, recording student score over the period of time help analyze the progress of the students. Also help understand their strength and weakness, helping teacher and the parents provide better assessment or assignment for the students. Okay, this you can use this one for corporate or company business, you can say. So tracking of customers or tracking of product or whatever maybe, tracking of sales, you can say. So as the second thing is the identifying the usage or the trend or the trends. So next, to identify the, imagine, suppose for example, imagine you are a website administrator. You want to identify the pattern when most people visit your websites. So to do this, you need to track user visits and the time when they use your website. If you plot this in a bar chart, you will quickly identify what is the time the usage. Okay, for example, this is suppose for example we can say this is the first bar graph. This is the first bar graph. If you plot this one, the usage, you can say that this the green color bar is the highest. So from the base timeline, maybe from morning or evening or a month of the year or the week of the month, you can identify, okay, this month or this week or this particular time the customer or the people have visited most our websites. Okay, so this is the second thing we usually do for the trend. Then monitoring. So monitoring, for example, monitoring the goals and the result of the sales executive. Okay, most sales executive in organizations have goals. Visualizing their sales record in chart and graphs helps to easy picture how close they are to their goal and what step they need to take. So monitoring in the perspective, you can say students assessment, students performance monitoring, or sales monitoring, or the monitoring of a certain chemical reaction. Anything we can take. So all can be visualized as a charts on the graphs. Several other graphs and tables can be used to visualize the data. Okay, so very simple thing we can say, we can plot in dot plots. We can have a bar graph or a histogram. So many things are there to visualize a data, right? So once the machine learning or data analyst, they analyze the data and finally they visualize. Before analyzing whatever the data set they have, they first visualize the data set, how the data sets are spread over the chart or over the period. Then based on the data what you have, what they have visualized, then they choose the particular machine learning model. If data is scattered along the space, I mean sample space or a space, so they decide based on that. They may take the clustering algorithm or the classification algorithm. In the classification or regression, linear regression or logistic regression, there are many choices out there based on the scattering of a data. Sometimes they use based on the scatter they use, it will help them to tune the parameters for the better fitting of the data in the model. Okay, so data visualization is very much important to do so. Clear? So moreover, so I'm summarizing this one, the data visualization. Data visualization plays a crucial role across various fields for several reasons. First, clarity and communication. Data visualization simplifies complex data set, making it easier for individual to understand trend, pattern, relationship, and data. I mean, visual representation helps communicate insights more efficiently than raw data or textual description. Okay, now decision making. The second decision making. So data visualization helps in a decision making. By presenting a data visually, decision makers can easily grasp key information, enabling them to make information informed decision promptly. Visualization highlights important trends and outlier, aiding in identifying an area that require attention for further analysis. And the third one, identifying the patterns and the trends. Visualization allow for the identification of patterns and trends that might not be appear in the raw data. So if you take the raw data, the pattern may not be identified, the patterns and trend cannot be identified. Okay, so data visualization help us to identify the pattern and trends hidden behind the data set. Then exploratory data analysis, if we can say simply ED. Visualization facilitate EDA exploratory data analysis by allowing analysts to interactively explore data set, test hypotheses, and discover the relation between the variables. Visualization tool often provides the features for filtering, drilling down into data, and conducting what if analysis. Okay, so these are the mainly they use data visualization. These are points. Okay, so let me repeat the points: clarity in communication, decision making, identifying the trend, explanatory data analysis, and already I said monitoring, tracking, and trending. So this. So I can also add this one to this. Okay, so the fourth one, clarity in communication. Fifth one, decision making. Sixth one, identifying patterns. And the seventh one, exploratory data analysis. Okay, so these are the few reasons where we go for data analysis.
Okay guys, see you, have a great day.